Hello, my name is Zhatelier. Welcome back for another episode of We the People as Sweden. In a previous episode, we managed to... I don't know if we actually sank that pirate ship or not, but regardless, the pirate ship that was causing a bit of issues over here is nowhere to be seen, at least right now, so that's kind of good. We do have a couple of treasures that are heading to Spike. We have gotten a decent bit of more population. We got a new boat, which is going to be arriving here shortly. From a historical perspective, the war between Denmark and Sweden is still ongoing. Stenshur the Elder is currently still the regent of Sweden, or once again the regent of Sweden. And just as a bit of a spoiler, the war is going to continue for quite a while. So I'm not going to initially talk too much about the war directly, but let's just say that Sweden and Denmark have had a bit of a history of warfare. Just a little bit. Right, so we've got the breeding bun over here for mostly for the geese, to be fair. We could get, let's see, so there's the iron mill, which we could get actually for a bit of iron production. It's not the worst, it would be a +3. I think we are actually going to build that. I mean, sure enough, we could get some peat production or something like that in here, but honestly, we can get that to produce plenty in here. Let's get a peat pit over there. And then let's go out and talk with the natives down here. Let's see, expert vanilla collection. Ooh. Alright, I don't think I've seen a lot of vanilla, but I think it's a bit of a rare resource, really. There is still a bit of an area over here that we have yet to explore, so let's head down that way. And the servant over here can join the town. We'll speak with the chief. Expert farmers and in need of train oil, okay. That's not to say locomotive oil, but refined whale oil, essentially. Oh, there's a small town over there. They're kind of surrounded there. I think they might be having a bit of an issue there. Actually, yeah, no, I think the Portuguese are going to be taking that over. That's a whole lot of Braves, though. That's a massive army there. Alright, then, let's... Oh, there's some Dutch over there. A brigantine, in fact. That's a reef. I don't want to sail through the reef. Oh, and that's the edge of the map. Right, well, that complicates things a little bit. Right, and we've got the people in here. We can probably go ahead and just load up some... We've got a lot of lumber, actually. It wouldn't really sell all that well in Europe, but in Africa, it would actually give us quite a bit of money. So well, let's actually go ahead and pick up some stuff to sell in Africa now. What else could we sell there? Birds aren't really that great in there. Do we have... Oh, actually, the one... Well, the one would be about the same. I mean, that would still be a 360 or something like that. So we'll take that one. And we'll sail off to Africa. And then, let's see, the harlot, that would give us quite a bit of happiness if we were to set it to work there in the tavern. Okay, we might have just about enough food to do that as well. Let's go ahead and do so. So that's going to be how much? 4 happiness. Oh, that's a decent bit. And then let's go ahead and actually unload the... At least I can actually, I suppose I can just unload the people over here as well. They'll move to wherever they need to. Right, so we got that. We got the 3 colonists, so let's get that to do some milkmaid duty. So that's actually gonna hopefully how much are we? Oh, it's just a tiny bit short. Now we are getting limited bells. Okay, so that might actually improve the productivity later on. Good. We're still getting quite a bit, well, some powder, so that's good. We're still increasing the amount of wood. We are consuming a bit of the rice we're bringing with the wagon quite a bit. So that's less of an issue in reality. Now, ooh. Right, we do need to get another butcher for the geese because we're starting to have a lot of them. They're producing how much? Almost 12 per round? Alright then, I mean, that's quite a good amount. I don't know how much exactly we can reach in here, but it's probably going to be a whole lot of it. There's no denying that. Right, so let's... see, we could probably send one of the servants over there to Unsung, and then another one to Jody. Did the... Oh, right, the other boat isn't ready to move out yet. We could probably go ahead and just load the goods. And, let's see, we can take the fur for sure, the coca leaves, and maybe the sugar. I don't... Are we... The sugar is coming from other towns. I think that's from Fort Dad, actually. Alternatively, what I could do, how much are the geese worth? I mean, they're not too bad. Okay, so if I'm going to say, never mind over there, and let's say we load up 100 geese. There we go. So it's still going to grow the numbers over there. It's just quite a bit less, mind you. But that should be worth a decent amount of cargo in there. Let's see. If we sell that in Europe, that's going to be about 1,100, 1,800. That's not bad. We can actually buy quite a few things with that, I reckon. So we'll just go and give the orders to sell to Europe already. It won't actually start sailing until next round, but we'll get to that very, very shortly. Right, we've got the distiller's house in Fort Down. We could... Oh, right, the town hall is not really something that we can easily do. We don't have the blacksmith house here. Oh. So, of course, the stable would be okay-ish. If you want to have a little bit of, like, I don't know, maybe sheep or something like that in here. Could get the schoolhouse, to be fair. That might not be a terrible thing. Or the medical office. Actually, let's double check. What do we have in here? Health-wise, we're actually still pretty good. Happiness is pretty good. Law is pretty fine. We do have the tavern. We've got the marketplace. Stable would actually be fairly reasonable. On the other hand, right, so we've got the distiller, so we can start utilizing these two. We haven't brought in the cotton from here yet. I mean, suppose what we could do is we could get the weaver's hut in here and turn that into cloth. We might not have anyone to work it yet, but like, we might have that eventually. Ooh, they want to increase our tax by 2%. You know what? I'll take it for now. 500. Oh, okay, so that's about a 4-to-1 price for the leather. Pretty high. I mean, we're going to say no on that one right now. Now, we did get the farm built over here in Fort Down. We could get the coal mine built there. We could get the... Oh, right, that's the... You know what? Let's get a logging camp over there. Let's go ahead and sail along here, exploring a bit further. Oh, there's another town there. Don't want to sail into the reefs. Oh, that speaking of reefs, there's even more reefs there, right there. Okay, so can I... Oh, right, yeah, sell treasure. How much do we get? About 400. It's not a huge amount, but I will take it. I'll also sell this one. That's another 450. There we go. So now we've got 1,700, which we could probably spend to build some more buildings, I reckon. So we've been to these towns. There might still be like a one... Oh yeah, there's one town at least over there that we haven't been to. And then of course there is the areas further south of which we haven't been to. We've explored quite a good chunk of the continent at least. Right, so for that, again, the Weaver's house, we could get the village hall in Onsung. A bit of cash on that one. And then maybe in Zhatelier we'll do the same. Get the village hall built slightly faster. And then what do we have waiting in here? We got the expert rancher. I mean, it's not the worst necessarily. Another thing that we don't have here yet on any town is chicken. We've got the geese. We've got... Did we get some pigs in here yet? No. We got the cattle. Speaking of cattle, we're not getting any extras yet. I think it's still just that tiny bit short. But I suppose once we get a bit more limited bells, it might be... Well, I suppose we might need quite a few. Although we are going to get probably Elder Statesman over here shortly enough. It's been learning in the job there for quite a while now. Looks like the French have been spending a lot of money. Oh, speak of the devil. The Elder Statesman appeared right now. Okay, as a village hall, we could turn into... I mean, the chapel probably wouldn't hurt. But since this is kind of a border town over here, I'm going to get the wall first to make sure that that is a safe one. Similarly, over here, we'll build the wall first. That's 4 gold each, but we'd get 8 rice in there. You know what? I will take it. Not that we necessarily need it, but it's good to keep a good relation with the natives by trading with them. Ooh, and oh, actually, that's not bad for the wine. Right, so you draw it in there. Let's go ahead and explore a little bit down that way. And then what kind of... Ooh, speaking of whaling. Some humpback whales right here. Favorable winds. Let's get back into... Actually, La Isabella is over there. Right, Season's Couch. We have been to most of this area. There's a bit of areas over there, sort of background, that we can still go to. Let's get the lodge built in here. So that's going to be +3 wood over there. Plus any other bonuses that the person working in there might have. So that's not too shabby. How we managed to get the... Still not getting any cattle. But I suppose now we're getting 7... Yeah, around 7 Liberty Bells per round. So actually, that should be pretty decent. Now, there's something that I haven't actually shown I don't think. But there is a toggle over here to show only the resource that you produce, so you don't get overwhelmed quite as easily. Or you produce or have stockpile in here to sort of easily see like what you have, what you're gaining, what you're losing, and that sort of things. That's something that can be quite handy. I haven't been using it too much though. Now we could speed build the windmill. How much? Oh yeah, we got a little bit extra food in here, so we could, in theory, have another person join in the settlement at some point. Not necessarily need it right now. One of the things that we might need to is start utilizing the sugar. I mean, we brought in a lot of sugar in here, but there's not a huge amount of things that we can do with that right now. Oh, there's domestic demand for milk. Okay. Alright, I suppose it does give us a bit of extra money immediately, so that's all, you know, when it's produced and all that, so that's actually not too bad. I guess the marketplace in Spike is actually doing quite a bit of heavy lifting on our money making right now. It's not all of it, mind you, but it's a decent bit. There we go, that's going to be a whole lot of money. Now, what could we purchase in here? We could bring in some slaves. They're not necessarily, you know, the best thing. I mean, they are pretty good at producing resources, but working on any of the sort of buildings within the town, it's not going to be great. And there's a good risk that they'll rebel. You know what, just for the heck of it, since we are in here, I'm going to bring in 2. Every one that you purchase in here is going to get more expensive than the next one. You could get a slave bark, which I don't know if that's... okay, you can sail to Port Royal, and carry only goods or slaves, and only defend... It's got a decent bit of strength, at least. It's got decent speed as well, and it can carry a whole lot of stuff, actually. But it also needs 5 anchorage points to park at anyway, so that's kind of a problem. But yeah, we're not going to buy that, but we'll go out and send these to Spokomania. We might actually send at least one of those to Ansang D to maybe get some of the mining going on over there for the extra gemstones. Although I don't know if it's going to help there too much, but like it could still at least one over there definitely help. Right, so we've got the Hardy Pioneer in here. Oh, there he is. So we've got the peat bit over there. There is still one more hill over there, which we haven't started utilizing. Oh. Get more trading posts. Mangroves grow, okay. Oh! On top of the coal, nonetheless. Right, well that does limit the effectiveness of the mining there, doesn't it? Yeah, let's switch this in here then. Ore mining, we are still running a little bit low on coal, although not quite as bad right now. We've got a bit of ore. We can definitely get some more in there. Right, so that's got a sawmill. That is the grapes there, though. I do wonder, actually, could we... Oh, we could... Oh, hold on. Yeah, I know what I'm going to do on that hill there. We can build a windmill. Okay, yeah, there's... Oh. Are the Spanish fighting in here? Kind of feels like they might be. Ah, right, we've got the road up to Ansang D now. We could go and build the mine on the gemstone. You know what, let's do that. And then we got the servant in Zhatelier. Go and talk with the natives there. And okay, that's a bit of a dead end over there. Which actually might not be a terrible thing. In the sense, like, you can move troops through there if you build a road. There's rangers and pioneers and scouts that can move into the mountain. I think there might be like 1 or 2 other things, but most of them can't. But yeah, we're actually not talking to the natives there. Well, that would explain why we haven't been able to... Oh, yeah, this is... Oh, wow. All of this is basically closed off. Interesting. Now let's get up to the hill there. And the servant can join the town here. So actually, how are we looking on... Oh, right, so we are getting a bit of extra gemstones in here. 3 per round, so these are actually very, very valuable. There's 23 sell price in Europe, which is pretty good. It's not quite gold, which is 40, or silver. Well, actually, it's better than silver, but worse than gold. It might be also somewhat worse than certain luxury items, like the formal clothing, for example. Well, actually, everyday clothing is also quite expensive. It's not too far off from chocolate, actually. But yeah, so there's some of the resources are more valuable than others. Now that we finally get some good stuff over here, that's going to be quite nice. And now that we've got the road over there as well, that's going to allow the wagon to go in there a bit more often. It's not necessarily going there too frequently. Actually, it may have just brought in some of the furs from there. Yeah, it did, and the grapes. But yeah, now that we've got the road, we might need to upgrade this into a bit of better road as well. But yeah, so we're going to build a windmill there. That's actually, Well, it does still increase the food production overall. It might not produce too much food there directly. But actually, what I suppose I could do is I could turn that into a mine. And then have that into be a planter for the yerba. Speaking of which, yeah, no, we're doing quite a bit of mining there. What I suppose I could do. Wait, hold on a minute. How are we getting... Right, the city health is improving, so that is... Oh, that is 6.6. Okay. So that's not too bad. Yeah, let's get to the next round, shall we? It's already closing on the end of 1502. Which means this is a lot too far off, and a lot of the New World has already been partially conquered. That's kind of the... sort of the downside of the build-up mode. I do like it, though, but like things get expanded into quite early on, timeline-wise. Tuesday Barracks, okay. Might eventually get one. First shipment of lumber in Africa, oh. Rather. Ah, there we go, we got a bit of the things to sell in here. Let's go ahead and bring these in. And then we could try to bring in something that we need. Let's actually have a look. How is... Oh, that's a whole lot of leather. You know what? I'm going to keep good relations with them. I mean, that's still worth a lot. Oh, that's a whole lot of money for the church. That does actually give us a bit more people. Oh, Bishop in... Okay, hold on a minute. This could be big. Hold on a minute, hold on a minute. I won't show that directly, but if we go through here, Bishop. 200% production. Oh, okay, okay. I think we know what we're going to do. Take this one off. Just a colonist for now. And we'll send that one in there instead. That's a whole lot of process production, which does, I believe, increase the law a little bit. It might increase the happiness as well. I don't actually know about that. Happiness, yeah, it does. Although it was already having similar levels there already. So we could send the Vibrant Breacher to another town then. Let's have a look. So did we have one in... Yeah, we've got one in Spokamania. We've got one in Fort Dad. Ansung doesn't have a chapel yet. Neither's... oh, and Jody's already got... Okay, so we can probably send that to Ansung D. We can't set a mission at the native villages, so there's that. Alright, so this one we could either... Ooh, actually, we could build a monastery. It costs quite a bit. It's not the worst. Yeah, we can't actually build a windmill in here. We could, in theory, drain the wetland to turn this into something more usable. Potentially even... Ooh, sheep farm might not be a terrible idea. Eventually, but I don't... No, I think we're going to build a monastery just for the heck of it. I haven't built any before. Oh, and there's a whole lot of Spanish troops. Okay, so it's just moving through by the looks of it. That's shallow coast, so we can't sail through that. What we can do, though, is sail around here. We take a look. Okay, so the Veracruz over there. Got a bit of natives in there. Let's go out and talk with the natives in here. Season Scout. Oh. Now, that is actually pretty good. Well, we've got a Season Scout right here, but another one? I wouldn't say no to that. Alright, let's get the mine over here. That's going to take 4 rounds. Speak with the chief up here. Expert hunters in need of guns. Okay. So we have actually explored most of this now. Well, actually, no. They just still continue quite a bit further. I think we're going to start heading down this way with the scout, though, so we can start exploring further south. Maybe we can meet up with the Danes and the Russians as well. Because we do know that there's 2 players that we have not met yet. We do still have 2,000 gold, although I'm sure that... Oh, right, so we wanted to check what do we need before we go into the next round. So, things that we have a high demand, we can't really produce. I mean, one of the things that we could do is we could bring in, like, more hemp, for example. Like, bring in another 100 or so. And we can get some more ropes and sailcloth, or we can get some more wagons, for example. That's not necessarily a terrible idea. We do have the... Oh, right, yeah, the cattle is not really increasing in numbers yet, although... So once we get one more percentage over here, that should get us over the limit. Of course, another option would be to just build up the... what's it call it? The upgrade for the stable. Large stable. And that would already increase the production quite a bit. We do have the... Oh, we do actually have everything for it. You know what? Maybe we'll do that. We'd go ahead and build up the windmill already. Does take quite a bit of resources. But it also makes a bit more room in the storage, so it's not necessarily all bad. And that's going to increase the food production overall, which is going to be very handy, increasing population. I mean, Spike's already got population 17. It is quite massive, all things considered. How's the crime in the city is 4, law in the city is 10, unhappiness is 18, but happiness is 29. So overall, it's not too bad. We've got some more room in there for more soldiers. Speaking of soldiers, they've got the colonial militia down here. Oh yeah, we can actually see the expert rice farmer. It's not quite yet done, but it's going to be taking like maybe 2 more rounds, and that will be completed. Now, do we have the... Yeah, we've got a rice farmer in here already. We might want to send that actually to Sir Jody. Question is, of course, do we turn that into a rice farm? I mean, we probably could. It's got a jungle right now, but if we remove the jungle, that might remove the cocoa. There's not really a whole lot of farmland available in Ansung. And then you... Fort Dad. I mean, I suppose in Fort Dad, is there... We could get a farmer in here. Speaking of which, that's going to be a... Oh, right, a fruit picker at some point. Alright then, now let's get to the next round. Oh, there's a master gunsmith waiting in colonies. Production planning. Astonished, the steward raises his head. Where shall we store the timber, my lord? The carter repeats his question. Well, where do you think, my good men? That's what I'm asking you. It's 50 stacks after all. It took 8 wagons to carry. If we unloaded, the power will block the main street of this village. Well, Master Steward, why don't you put it in the warehouse we built with your last shipment? Chief Shepherd for the colony. The church obviously figures that its flock in the New World needs more discipline and order. They have sent you a bishop to take command. Word is credible. Whoever aspires to the office of a bishop aspires to a great task. Therefore, let the bishop be blameless, husband of 1 wife, sober, prudent, of dignified bearing, hospitable, able to teach. Let him not be a drunkard or violent man, but considerate. Let him not be quarrelsome or greedy for money. He must preside well over his house, educate his children in obedience and all decency. If one cannot preside over his own house, and how can he take care of God's church? He must not be a new convert, lest he become haughty and fall into the devil's judgment. But he must also have a good reputation among outsiders, lest he come into ill repute and fall into the devil's trap. Right, actually, so we didn't send the boat here. Right, I wanted to bring in the hemp, didn't I? We'll bring another 100. It will cost us a sum, but it's fine. We'll send that to Spike. And we got... Oh, right, we got expert rice farmer now. So, where do we want to send that? I think we are going to send that to... Or Jody for the time being. Also Jody. Right, there is a small gap over there that we have yet to explore. There we go. Now we know all of that. Actually, okay, there's reefs there. That's a reef. We can actually sail through there. Try to cut through the corner in here. We can probably scout a little bit about the English stuff in here. I don't see the pirates moving about too much right now, so that's at least good. One that did spawn got taken care of. Right, and the large stable is underway. Oh, right, yeah, we got the... Ah, we need a bit more clay, actually. Now, are we producing any clay is the question. Not in here, but we could probably do so. Not producing at least some of that. We're also going to be getting the monastery over there. Yeah, Spokamania is going to be pottery central over here, I reckon. Might take a little while, but I'm sure that will be quite valuable in the long run. Ah, there we go, the visitor's house. Now, we could get the blacksmith in here, or we could get the stable. There's also, of course, the... Actually, schoolhouse not a bad idea either. Medical office, the bakers. We don't produce a lot of rice in here, though. Or any of the other variants, so the baker might be a bit of a wasted opportunity, really. Do we actually get any fur produced in here? No, we don't really have a possibility for that. I think... We don't have the courthouse here yet. That's one thing. We don't have the medical, or the, yeah, the medical office either. Although, medicine-wise, we're doing still pretty good. So I'm not too worried about that one. Schoolhouse could still be kind of handy for the extra happiness and all that. I think I'm going to build a stable, though. That's going to be somewhat useful in the long run, I reckon. Alright, let's unload the new colonists over here. Involuntary colonists, mind you, but colonists nonetheless. And is there something that we might want to... Actually, yeah, we can transfer some of the clay from here out to the other town. And maybe we can also go ahead and take some of the ore. And just unload those there. So now that should be enough to complete the large stable, at least for the most part. We've got a bit of charcoal. We've still got a whole lot of domesticated geese. Have we managed to get... No, we still haven't got the cattle. Although I think now we might be able to get that. We've also got a little bit of milk. Although I suspect, yeah, that's being sold quite a bit. We've got the furs. We can probably sell those. We've got some feathers. We'll take those. Oh, right. This can only carry 2. Right, well, never mind. We'll send that to Europe. Right, I think we've done a fairly good job of exploring up here. We've got the one heading down to the southern areas already. Did we... Right, and over here is a coastline. We didn't explore all the way to the north. But that's getting pretty far. You know what? No, we'll start sending it down that way, actually. Because if there's nothing else... Oh. We've got a tiny port down over here. Now, I can't sail through their area over here with a warship. Ooh, there's Orca. Alright, then. Now, I'm just going to double check. Is that... Yeah, no, there should be now enough clay to complete this build. Oh, we're getting 3.99. Oh, dang it. And I suppose once we get the large stable, that's going to increase the production. We'll start definitely increasing the numbers a bit further. We're also starting to have a decent amount of gunpowder. Not quite enough necessarily for line infantry. Although I do wonder. But no, that wouldn't probably be enough. And we, of course, don't have the guns in here yet either. Well, let's get to the next round. We have reached 1503. The road construction is, yeah, is actually going piecework. Aha, right, so that's probably because we've got the Weaver's Hut. There we go, we hunted down an orca. Oh, 101 gold worth has, or domestic goods has been sold in what's it called? Like, that's the word I was looking for. Right, so I'm thinking, the fiber bridge, there is just about enough room. I could either start doing a bit more construction work, or we could start putting that one into the Liberty Bell production to increase the effectiveness over here later on. And then we've got the other slave over here. Let's actually think about that. I'm going to take the tobacconist, automate that one. I'll start producing food with that, so there's a bit more food available. Tobacconist now provides some Liberty Bells, which is actually not too bad. We still got plenty of wood production. We do not have anyone making any weaponry. We do have someone mining, still, at least. Oh, we'll get hardwood over there with the mangrove. Oh, bollocks. Hardwood is something that we'll be needing on bigger ship, or the proper ships once to start producing those. But unfortunately, that might be something that will take a while. Oh, right, there we go. We're going to get the metal production over there. Now, do we have actually anyone to spare for that one right now? I'm going to send in this free colonist to work on that. Unfortunately, we haven't got on the coal here yet to use the smith over here to produce some weaponry or guns in here, but that's... You know what, we could probably do a little bit of blacksmithing in the meanwhile, get some tools going, because we have been spending a decent chunk, and we will be still needing a lot for the stable. But I do see that we are actually out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, or check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.